Right, again, good morning, grade 10. We are still in module 2 for Q3. And do you have any question with your examination? The last periodical tests, the third periodical tests?
None.
And so far for me.
How about the DNA sequencing?
Not really.
Okay. So actually, I had a glance with your answers with the third periodical tests, and I found out few we're still copy pasting. No, why? Because they're using terminologies that is not found or that is not being discussed, or shall we say, it is not appropriate for the said topic. Okay, like for example, we're talking about reproductive system. Okay, reproductive system on animals. So it is clear statement or reproductive system on humans. This is human reproductive system. We're not talking about the the entire animalia or kingdom animalia itself, because some of you are actually talking about flora and fauna. Flora and fauna are classifications or major classifications of organisms. Okay, so I need to investigate still. I need to brought this up to the principal and to the higher authorities with regards to this matter, right? Second, um, remember the DNA and RNA sequencing?
Yes. The one you give the instructions, teacher?
Okay. So in your exam, you are instructed to, let me view the exam again. In the exam, you are instructed to supply the missing sequence and supply the complementary strand. When say complementary strand, this is the complementary basis. Like for example, for this question, okay, the complementary bases are T, T, TAA or thymine, adenine, adenine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, no, guanine, cytosine, adenine, cytosine, adenine, guanine, thymine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, adenine, cytosine, guanine, guanine, thymine, adenine. So those are the complementary bases, meaning to say that we are following the correct DNA sequence, right? How about this? No, mRNA strands subscribe from this or transcribe from this sequence of nitrogenous bases. Okay, so when you're talking about mRNA or messenger RNA, you need to replace again thymine with grade 10
Uracil.
uracil. Correct. So the correct sequence are, again, you need to what?
Changed it to
Change.
yourself.
Okay. Thymine to uracil.
Yourself.
The correct sequence here is uracil, adenine, adenine. Okay. Uracil, guanine, uracil. Cytosine, cytosine, guanine. Uracil, guanine, adenine. Uracil, no, adenine, cytosine, guanine, adenine, adenine, guanine, uracil, cytosine, uracil. So that will be the correct sequence. And hopefully you answered it correctly, right? So what I want you to do now, since we are still stuck in module 2, weeks 5 to 6 for Q3, I want you to do activity number 5, which is DNA sequencing. So this is um, more like the same concept with your third periodical tests, right? So do the DNA sequencing. You're actually asked for the missing sequence, complementary, and the mRNA, right? Again, do you have any questions so far?
None
No,
so far.
teacher. And so far.
How about um what again the reason why female during pregnancy don't menstruate or don't have menstruation?
The endometrium
The lining of
weakness.
the uterus.
What do you mean the lining of the uterus?
If the um during pregnancy, the body will need the uterus.
Okay. So what enables the body now, 'di ba? When talking about menstruation, the uterine wall will disintegrate upon the process. So those are the menstrual flow with the blood, right? During pregnancy, the uterine wall is intact. Why it needs to be intact? Because there is what? A living embryo inside and attached to a placenta. Now the question here is, why does menstruation stop when the woman is pregnant? So you need to think about what are the reasons or what are the hormones involved during menstruation. What are the hormones involved during menstruation?
Estrogen and progesterone.
And progesterone, correct. Okay. So when this lowers, tendency is menstruation will start. Okay. Lower lower the concentration or the volume of estrogen and lower the concentration or the volume of progesterone, it will disintegrate or the uterine wall will disintegrate. Question: what do you think now replaces these hormones?
I think the human embryonic.
Gonadotropin. Okay, sa HCG. So, means the reason why menstruation stop when the woman is pregnant simply because there is HCG involved. And again, there is an embryo inside the womb attached to the placenta. Thus, the uterine wall will not disintegrate in the process because the hormones progesterone and estrogen replaced with the human chorionic gonadotropin or ACG. That's the reason why. Okay, hopefully also you answered it correctly. Right? Question so far?
And so far.
Right, I think that will be all. Please answer DNA sequencing activity number 5 in your LMS. And I'll be hoping for your answers till the end of the day. That's around 5 p.m. Right? I think that will be all for today, class. Have a nice day, grade 10. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye, teacher.